Hey, what's going on everybody? This is the second video in a series of a tank removal, tank lift, coil relocation, and wire tuck. So now the next step in this is to remove this plastic bit to expose these wires to kind of see where I want everything to go. And I'll need to do it on either side here. And then after that, I'm going to take the coil off its mount here and relocate it to right between the two rocker covers here. So let's get started. So on this side, there's a Torx bolt that needs to come out, and I'm guessing it's a T15, maybe a T20. Yep, T20. There we go, that's off. Kind of the same deal here. Just gonna start clipping all these off and see where we come to. You see, this thing is really good because it's got this stub nose here, so I can clip these guys off, but I can't get in so far as to accidentally clip the wires. So these right here, those are your throttle cables. In fact, if I took this off, pulled on the throttle, you can kind of see it right down there actually. Pulling on the throttle up here, you can see down there, these are the throttle cables. So be careful not to clip those, but definitely remove them from here. The thing about this though is I will now need to make sure that these throttle cables are routed properly. And I'll kind of decide how to do that once I get everything off here. Oh, there's a bug down there. Sorry, little feller. These wires coming from the intake, these are connected with a barb right there, so that might be a little bit of a challenge to get off. I think what I'm gonna do now is take the wires from the coil off. In case I start yanking on it, I don't wanna strip those wires. So to do so, pull this here forward, and it should pop right off. And there it is. See why I wanted to do that, because the coil now is loose. Just a couple connectors here. So there's another one of those barbs right here, which is holding the coil on. And this is almost off. I actually only have one more to go. Just this barb right there, and she's off. There we go, finally. And the last plastic piece is off. Take that off. Voila. All right, and there's the coil. Got all the plastic bits off. I'm gonna set the coil aside for now. Now I wanna make sure that I route my coil wire down through here because I'm gonna mount my coil right here. So to do so, find my coil wire here. Got my coil again. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna remove the coil from the bracket. I just need to find the right hex. Let's say 3/16 maybe? Yes, exactly, 3/16. And there's the old bracket. I'll hang on to it in case I need it again, but right now I'm just gonna set it aside. So when I reattach it, it's gonna be like this, and I'm gonna need to plug it in again like that. So the coil relocation mount that I have, it's from DK Customs, and there's a lot of videos out there on how to mount this. Different with mine is you can obviously see there is no ignition switch with my Sportster, so I didn't need it. So I'm just relocating the coil. So rerouting the wires. I want to make everything sit on the spline here when the tank's lifted up underneath the tank. So I'm gonna have to take everything, all these apart here, and reattach them on the top. So I just gotta be careful to make sure that I have the coil sticking out down here. For now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unplug each one of these so I can put everything on the top. So take this part here, on the other side of the bike here now, take this part. This looks scary, but fret not. Before I get too far along, I want to put the coils here, so I'll get the coil wire hooked up and I'll be all set with that to decide how it's gonna look after I wrap it up and get it underneath the tank. I'm gonna go ahead and take these bolts off here with the harness on there and the coil on there as well. So let's get started on that. So I'm gonna start by putting the bracket onto the coil. So to do this, got some blue Loctite, got the backing plate, and the equipment from DK Customs. The wiring is gonna go into there, so it needs to face this way. These bolts through here, like this. This guy on here. So the service manual says that these hex bolts should be tightened to 24 to 32 inch-pounds. Now I have a Torx wrench that measures in foot-pounds, but not inch-pounds. So I'm just gonna tighten these to what I think they should be, not too tight. And then I'm gonna check them again in, I don't know, 100 miles or so and see if they need tightening. And that feels pretty good right there. Now next I wanna take these off on top here. And these are probably T40s, I think. That may even be a T50. Yeah, T50 is too big, so definitely T40. And here's the fun part about making mistakes and learning from them. This orange rubber piece, I think it should go on the other side here because it's gonna look awfully silly sitting here and having orange coming out of my bike. It's just not gonna look clean, so undo this again and put it on the other side. Yeah, that's gonna look a lot cleaner. So then, orange rubber piece. Yeah. Hopefully it stays intact. And then the backing plate. Put the wiring harness in. The bracket is actually blocking where the wiring harness should go in, so gotta loosen it up, pull it up a little bit. I'm going to put the wiring in there properly. I hope. There we go. Yep, heard that snap. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and put the bracket onto the bike. So now, tighten these bolts up, we should be good. Just gonna get these hand tight. It's feeling pretty good. It's looking pretty good. What's going on, everybody? It's about 5 degrees right now. What? I don't know, 2 degrees warmer here in the garage, 3 degrees? Whatever, I'm gonna make this quick because I'm cold. So you just got done watching coil relocation video in the series where I do the coil relocation, wire tuck, and tank lift. In the next video, I'll button everything up with the wire tuck and reinstalling the tank with a 1.5 inch lift on it. So if you're interested at all in seeing how I went about doing this, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. You know when I'll upload that next video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there and keep your wheels rolling in the right direction. See you in the next video.